Chapter 1. Food. Where does it come from? We will learn sources of food from plants, sources of food from animals. Did you have the same food as your friend? May not be. Different people eat different types of food as their breakfast, lunch and dinner. Your mother cooks different types of food for different meals. Sources of food. Where does the food come from? Let us learn about the sources of food. Most of our food comes from plants and a few types of food come from animals too. Green plants make their own food by combining simple compounds like carbon dioxide and water in the presence of sunlight. They obtain carbon dioxide from the atmosphere, water from roots and sunlight from sun. This process of making food in plants is known as photosynthesis. As they make their own food, they are known as autotrophs. Animals, on the other hand, cannot make their own food, so they depend upon plants directly or indirectly for their need. Therefore, animals are known as heterotrophs. Foods obtained from plants. Plants give us different varieties of food in different seasons. The table given below gives you some idea of different types of food we get from plants. Food types. Examples: cereals, rice, wheat, bajra, maize and millets. Pulses, beans, peas, black gram, green gram, kidney beans and soybean. Vegetables, tomatoes, brinjals, bitter gourd, bottle gourd, cabbages, potatoes and cauliflowers. Fruits, mangoes, grapes, bananas, papayas, watermelon, oranges and melons. Edible oils, olive oil, mustard oil, coconut oil, groundnut oil and sesame till oil. Spices, cardamom, cinnamon, black pepper, cloves, turmeric and chilies. Sugars, sugarcane and beetroot. Beverages, tea, coffee and cocoa. Cereals. Cereals are rich in a food group called carbohydrates. Carbohydrates, after digestion, get converted in the simplest form of glucose. Our food commonly includes wheat and rice, which are cereals. We use them to make different food items. Rice is used to make idli, dosa and biryani, etc. Wheat is used to make roti, bread, cakes and many more things. Pulses. Pulses are commonly called as grams. They are rich sources of proteins. Proteins are called building blocks since they help us to grow. Grams are good to eat if they are sprouted. Sprouted or germinating seeds have more nutritive value than the grams which are not germinated. Real life connect. Soak some gram or chana in the water overnight. Sprouting involves soaking seeds, nuts, legumes or grains for several hours, then rinsing them. After some hours, they begin to develop a tail-like protrusion. Add onions, tomatoes, spices and coriander. Sprouts provide us all the essential nutrients. Vegetables. Vegetables are a rich source of minerals. They help us in many body functions. They are also good sources of roughage. Roughage is that component of food which does not have much nutritive value, but it helps in passing of food through the intestine and also helps in easy elimination of waste products from our body. Fascinating fact. Scientifically, tomatoes, chilies, ladyfinger and all gourds are fruits as they develop from ovaries of the flowers. Parts of the plant we eat. Examples: roots as vegetables, radish, carrot, beetroot and sweet potato. Stem as vegetables, potato, garlic and onion. Leaf as vegetables, coriander or dhania, spinach, mint, methi, lettuce and cabbage. Flowers as vegetables, cauliflower, broccoli and banana. Fruit. Fruits are a rich source of sugars, minerals and vitamins. Fruits are ripened ovaries of flowers. They are favorites for all age groups. Fruits contain fructose, a fruit sugar which is the sweetest natural sugar known. They need not be cooked, but they must be washed properly, as the fruit sellers usually spray some pesticide to protect them from different types of pests. Edible oils and fats. Oils and fats are good source of energy like carbohydrates. 1 gram of fat gives twice energy than 1 gram of carbohydrate. Around 70% of our energy comes from carbohydrates alone. Oils are used as cooking medium. Spices. Spices can be obtained from seed, fruit or bark. They are used for flavoring the food. They may not have good nutritive value, but they enhance the taste of food. Can you imagine curries without spices? Spices add taste and aroma to the food which we cook. Some spices like red chilies and turmeric, apart from their flavors, also add color to food. Fascinating fact: virgin olive oil is the best oil for all ages. Clove oil is used in dental treatment. Leaves of tulsi, neem, drumsticks and aloe vera have good medicinal value, which are used in cosmetics and soaps. Sugars. Sugars are sweet and are a good source of energy. They are obtained from sugarcane and beetroots. Beverages. Beverages like coffee, tea and cocoa are used as stimulants. Tea and coffee are most common drinks used throughout the world. These drinks are mostly appreciated during winters. Assam tea is most common in India. Tea comes from the leaves of tea plants, whereas coffee comes from the coffee seeds, also known as coffee beans. Now, let us recall which vegetable comes from which part of the plant from the following figure. Different plant parts give us different vegetables and fruits. A few plants like banana, coconut and neem are very useful since every part of the plant is used in some form or other. Banana flower is edible. Its raw fruit is used to make curry or to make chips. Ripened bananas are eaten directly, and the middle part of the plant is used as a vegetable in South India. The leaves of banana are also used to serve the food. The coconut tree yields coconuts which are used for food. The outer fibrous covering of coconut is used to make bags, ropes, mats, etc. The coconut trunk is used for making furniture and its roots are used in making dyes. Leaves of coconut are used for making huts, brooms and other utility items. Neem is a medicinal plant. Its leaves and oil have medicinal properties, so the oil is used to make toothpaste and soaps. Twigs of neem are used as toothbrushes in rural areas. Its barks and roots are used to keep ticks and fleas away. Neem leaves are dried and powdered and is used as pesticide. Food obtained from animals. Animal products are rich in proteins. Animal proteins are superior to plant proteins. Some of the food obtained from animals is milk, honey, eggs and meat, etc. Food from animals: meat, sheep, hen, duck, geese, turkey and emu, etc. Emu eggs are eaten in some parts of the world. Eggs: chicken, duck, geese and ostrich. Milk: cow, buffaloes, goats and sheep. Pork: pig meat eaten in only certain parts of the world. Seafood: fish, crabs, oysters, prawns and sharks. Honey, honeybees. Meat. Meat is a rich source of proteins. Proteins are the building blocks of our body. They help in building up our body parts. Different animals yield different proteins. Meats has to be cooked properly as they often contain germs. Eggs. Eggs are also rich source of proteins. Eggs can be eaten in many ways. Eggs, some people consumed boiled eggs and some prefer omelette, are used in different types of cakes and bakery items. Most commonly used eggs are hen's eggs. Duck's eggs, eggs of geese and ostrich are not so common. Ostrich eggs are available mostly in Australia and Africa. Eggs of ostrich are so big that one egg can be used to make 12 omelets. Seafood. Fish like rohu and katla are freshwater fish. Bombay duck, pomfret, mackerel, etc. are marine fish or sea fish. Fish are rich in proteins and they are very nutritious as the fish flesh has very less fat. This is because fat does not get accumulated in their body as in land animals since they have to swim all the time for their survival. India supplies fish to many countries. Fish can be exported in frozen form or by drying, by salting. Apart from fish, crabs, oysters, prawns are also eaten all over the world and in many parts of our country. Marine food is not only rich in protein, but it is also rich in salt and iodine, which is needed by our body. Milk. Another rich source of proteins is milk. Casein, a milk protein, is present in it, which is needed for bone growth and strength. As people become older, their capacity to digest milk becomes less. In that case, the same protein can be consumed in the form of curd, which is easily digestible by adults. Milk can be used in many forms like condensed milk, yogurt, khoya, used in many sweets. Butter and ghee are also the products of milk. Milk is a complete food because it has all the food groups except vitamin C. Honey. Honey is made by honeybees. The most common Indian honeybee is Apis indica. Bees gather nectar and store in beehives. Honey is rich in sugars, minerals and vitamins. Rearing of honeybees for honey is known as apiculture. Mushrooms. Mushrooms belong to a group known as fungi. They do not need soil to grow. Instead, they grow on rotten, decaying plant matter. They are rich in nutrients, a source of protein and minerals. They do not contain fats or oils. We all like to eat tasty food. Nobody likes to eat raw food. How can we make the food tasty? See the table below. Food item, main ingredients, process, sauce. Chapatis or rotis or puris, wheat flour or atta, water and oil, roasting or frying plants. Idli, rice flour, black gram, salt and water, steam, plants, seawater, salt. Vegetable curry, vegetables, any two, tomatoes, salt, water, chilies and onions, cooking with water, plants, seawater, salt. Egg omelets, egg, oil, onion and chilies, frying, birds and plants. Prepare menu chart for breakfast, lunch and dinner for yourself. You must ensure that your diet is a good mixture of all kinds of food that you have learnt. Cooking helps us to digest the food well and fast. The germs in it are also killed in the process of cooking. It also increases the taste and aroma. Different people cook the same food differently. For example, rice can be eaten in the form of boiled rice in North India. The same can be eaten in the form of idlis in South India. Animals eat vegetables, fruits, leaves and meats from in the raw. The rate of the food production is much lower than the rate of population growth in India. So many people of our country do not get sufficient food to eat. These days, a lot of research is going on food production and agriculture. We can handle this situation by not wasting the food. Subject integration. Related to health. Hippocrates said, "Let food be thy medicine and medicine be thy food." Healthy habits can optimize long-term health benefits and can help reduce risk for many health conditions. Related to social science. The food supply is directly and indirectly shaped by agricultural and economic systems. Within these systems, food manufacturers aim to maximize profits and demonstrate the market growth. Skills and values. Most of the food comes from the plants, so we should grow more plants. Vegetables harvested from kitchen garden taste better than those purchased from the market. A kitchen garden ensures an inexpensive, regular and handy supply of fresh vegetables which are basic to nutrition. Rapid review. Most of our food comes from plants. Plants make their own food with the help of sunlight, known as photosynthesis. Plants are known as autotrophs as they can make their own food. Animals are known as heterotrophs as they cannot make their own food but depend on plants for food directly or indirectly. The different types of food that comes from plants are cereals, pulses, vegetables, fruits, oils, spices, sugars and beverages. Cereals provide mostly carbohydrates which are energy-giving foods. Pulses are generally called as grams which provide proteins or building blocks. Vegetables and fruits provide us vitamins and minerals or protective foods. Foods from animals are eggs, meat, milk, which provide us with proteins, and honey comes from honeybee, rich in sugars and minerals. Mushrooms are neither plants nor animals, but they belong to a group known as fungi. They grow on rotting, decaying matter without soil and provide us with good amount of proteins. Key points. Pulses. Pulses are grams and are rich in proteins. Example, green gram, chana and soybeans, etc. Cereals. Cereals are food rich in carbohydrates. Example, wheat and rice. Carbohydrates. Food component which yields energy when digested. Proteins. Food component which helps in building and repairing body. Minerals and vitamins. Food components which help in growth as well as keeping our body healthy. Photosynthesis, the process in which plants prepare their food with the help of carbon dioxide and water in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll, is called photosynthesis. Autotrophs, plants are called autotrophs as they prepare their own food by photosynthesis. Heterotrophs, animals are called heterotrophs as they cannot make their own food but depend on plants directly or indirectly for food. Fill in the blank.